In this lesson, groups of 8 players continue to perfect their one-against-one skills. 4 make the move to the left, 4 to the right. Players take turns to be attackers and passive opponents. Such effortless control, pushing the ball forward to tempt the opponent, then pulling it back behind the standing leg which shields it, and moving off into the other direction. These kinds of skills give the young players a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. A double move. As the opponent challenges, the player turns the ball away with the tip of the sole, his body shielding it. As the opponent hesitates, he steps around the ball, the defender moves with the action. The player takes the ball in the original direction with the outside of the step-over foot. Another double move in the other direction. The player cuts the ball with the outside of the right foot while shielding it, then steps round it with the same foot in the original direction with the outside of the left foot. Cutting the ball with the inside or outside of the foot is a move most commonly used by some of the world's great stars. It's also one of the simplest to use. As the opponent challenges, the ball is cut with the inside of the foot and taken away in one movement by the other foot. Cutting with the outside or inside of the foot and twisting away from the opponent. There are many variations for learning and dominating the one-against-one situation as perfectly as possible. Beating 2 challenges one after another by using the scissors move, stepping around the inside of the ball and to one side with one foot, but then taking it in the opposite direction with the other. All wonderful moves that these players enjoy doing. As in all the exercises, it's important when receiving the ball that players learn to move away with it. If they stop it, they will lose valuable time and space. Two against two with a resting player. The player can either combine with his teammate or take on his opponents individually. As you can see here, most of the time they love to take initiative themselves. The results come from constantly encouraging initiative with risk, flair and confidence. This time 2 against 2. The ball should only be touched once. The 4 wall passers support them by making themselves available at the right moment. The 2 wall passers of the team who are not in possession continually position themselves between the 2 cones. The aim is to keep possession as long as possible. Without interrupting the play, the wall passers of the respective teams regularly change places. The drills are now speeded up. This is no problem for these players who through the early stages of the program have attained excellent control. Now, football for these boys becomes a game of creation and inspiration. As you can see, the coach not only practices attractive football and enjoyment, but first of all brings this into practice. Now they get used to challenges from behind. The player receives and cuts the ball behind his standing leg to go past the player. The challenge is very limited at the start, but increased to simulate game conditions. It's under these conditions that the players will learn the art of keeping possession under pressure.